Imagine that you're one of these cars, shiny, luxurious, and fast. You can go so fast, so far, then you can crash.
There's some ladies out here waiting to see you.
God, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel now, aren't we?
When I come out here, not only now shower walk and I come to pack for you, I come dressed like this, come my establishment.
You talk to girls, no,
We are special girls.
Okay, what do you want?
We don't know where she come from.
I thought I asked you.
I bet we fit. Now, 3 younger ones I get with the whip for my back. Maybe they shed their beef. You talk, say, make I show you kind of work I come here. But I will show you.
Well, she look like she famous, outrageous, looking pretty dangerous.
I like Emma. It's classic.
Control any place.
Take all this one. I will pack out with that opportunity like this.
That's how we do it. Take control any place. Let's take control any place. That's how we do it. Take control any place.
This is how we play. Welcome to Glamour.
When I started this movie, I came up with so much high hopes, and at the end I am like, is this really a movie? I asked myself that question, and honestly, if you watch this movie and you did not ease like 5 or 6 times on your journey or during the movie, I don't know, I feel like you can endure Nigeria too. Cause oh guys, nah. Anyways guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Alima the Bed, and yeah, we do a lot of movie reviews, movie conversations, lifestyle vlogs, and you get to know me better. And today is another episode of my, should I call it episode? I don't know, it's just another review from me. You guys just get to hear my thoughts, what I think about a movie from a critical point of view, obviously, because I look at like almost everything and then give a general review of it. If you are a regular on my channel, guys, I love you so much. You guys got me to 500 subscribers, so you guys can see community posts. You guys can see community posts now. If you've not liked any of my community posts, go and do that. There's also a post where I asked you guys to pick a name so we can, you know, we can know what we're gonna call ourselves. So go and comment on that community post also. And if you are a new subscriber, or if you're watching my video for the first time and you know you're wondering, is this the right place to be? Well, you're welcome, because I mean, you are going to find the content that suits you perfectly on this channel. So do you know aesthetically as a celebrity now? Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to listen to another tech talk of mine. Anyway, so today we are going to be talking about glamour girls. Guys, I have catarrh and my nose is blocked, my head is banging. I'm just trying to be all right, to be honest. But yeah, that's not going to affect this video, trust me. You guys know now, my energy is always like over the roof. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about glamour girls. It features some of our favorite faces. We have Sharon, Ooja, we have Joselyn, Dumas, we have Ikpe, Etim, we have Femi Branch, we have Toke, Makinwa, Taymesan. Those are the kind of those are the people I can't remember at the top of my head right now. We had a character that played Chief. I can't remember who played Chief. We also had this Jamal something guy. I can't remember their names honestly. But yes, some of these faces we've known them over time because we've seen them in, you know, some good movies, some not so good movies. Basically, they're not new. Most of these faces are not new faces. Oh, we also had Abimbola Craig. You know, some of these faces. So yes, the movie is, I would not call it star-packed, but you know, it has a lot of familiar faces that when we hear their names and say, okay, this people are going to be in a movie, we're like, oh yes, I definitely want to watch this movie. So personally, I have been so hyped about Glamour Girls, and you know, like, because I've seen the cast, I'm like, okay, yes, definitely I want to see this one. And we understand what the story was all about, because this particular Glamour Girls is a remake of the Glamour Girls in 1990 something. Personally, I did not watch the former Glamour Girls, but I hear that a lot of people have seen it, and you know, there's going to be like some sort of comparison between the old Glamour Girls and the new Glamour Girls. And I don't know, but I just feel like whatever the Glamour Girls of that time was, it was a good one, better than what I just watched, guys. Let me get right into it. So let us start from the story. Yeah, you guys know I like to break it down from story to cast to setting to cinematography to soundtrack and everything. So for the story, it's really hard to pinpoint what the story is exactly, because it feels like they start out with, you know, a story, and then midway is like, oh shit, we can't find the script. All right, you guys just come together, let's just do something and put it out on Netflix. Because Koyemi, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a brief of what they said the story is, because this is what they gave us and they want us as critics to review. The major character in the movie is Sharon Ooja, and it was played by, was Emanuela Emma, and was played by Sharon Ooja, and she was a sex worker in the movie. She just got laid off at her previous job, a sex working, you know, organization, where she was framed by somebody for stealing, and she had to, you know, look for better options and look for an upgrade. And now she works into Ikpe Etim's organization. It's also a sex work organization which poses a front of an interior design, whatever. So she gets there, and Issa is like, nah, you're not the type of girls I'm looking for. And some of the other people that were laid off are friends. And you know, because Sharon Ooja is really persistent, she knows what she wants and she's gonna get it. She's like insisting that Issa must hire her as a new sex worker in her organization. And you know, after trying to convince her, you know, Issa lets her in and she begins to live the life. She meets with big people, and there is Joselyn Dumas on the other side who plays Gemma. She and Issa used to have a really great relationship. They were both sex workers. Gemma broke the #1 rule of sex workers, or of Glamour Girls rather, which is do not fall in love. Gemma fell in love, she got married, so her and Issa, you know, they just drifted apart. And now Gemma needs help because her husband is dying, and Issa is like, which Donna, that's her name in the movie, sorry, Donna is like, okay Gemma, you need to do one last job if you know that you want to get money, because I'm not gonna give you money for free. I could loan you, but you need to do one last job. This chief that was your former boyfriend or whatever is hosting a party, and I want you to come and, you know, sell your toto for money, basically. So yeah, that happens. Somehow Gemma comes. Gemma is like, she's not gonna do it at first, but then she comes, and then, you know, the story takes on from there. Gemma's husband dies. So because I don't want to give spoilers, I'm just going to like cut the story from there, because basically what happens after is just Emma starts to live the life. Gemma gets back into the sex work organization, and then the story just like, I don't know, it just keeps going. And then somehow the person Gemma starts to date is like an accountant who is in charge of the cabal's money. That's all the chiefs and, you know, all those politicians and rich people. And then it's just a lot, guys. So you guys can see that I was rambling most of the time. Yeah, it is because this story was just a ramble from beginning to end, so disconnected. There were so many characters that did not fit in the story. It was just like a lot of scenes jam-packed together. I do not understand what Nollywood keeps giving it. It's like 1 minute we're up and the next minute we're down, like we're bottom barrel, honestly, because I don't get it. Like, how do you go from 100 to 0? 1 minute we're watching Ageshikole is giving us chills, we're watching Ayinla is giving us vibes, and the next we're watching Glamour Girls. Oh, it's like I just died, guys. This movie was a total disaster. That was the story, by the way. The cast. So yes, personally, I feel like the only thing that made this movie worthwhile was that there were some characters, some, not all, that stood out for me. Number one has to be Sharon Ooja. I think back suppose don't they pay Sharon at this point, because she legit carried this movie from beginning to end. She carried it on her back like a mother would carry a child. Guys, Sharon was the only lively person in this movie. Okay, not only, but like major lively person in this movie. Another person that came and I think delivered to an extent was Nse. I love Nse with all of my heart. I love to see her in movies. But I think that as much as she had the charisma, you know, everything going on for her, somehow her costume did not do it for me. And, you know, her body language was, it wasn't, I mean, you're supposed to be like the head of, you know, a pack of wolves. You're supposed to be the queen goddess herself. You're supposed to be the sexiest of them all. And you're dressing in what? You're not given what you're supposed to be given. So yeah, maybe her charisma did, but her body language was just not right enough. But yeah, she did deliver on her role very, but her body language was just not right enough. You're not given what you're supposed to be given. So yeah, maybe her charisma did, but her body language was just not right enough. But yeah, she did deliver on her role very well. I mean, the intonations, the accent, the highs and lows, it was good. Who else was there that did well? I don't know, guys. Honestly, I think those are the two people that did well for me. Femi Branch, it was okay. Abimbola Craig, it was flat. I kept wondering, Bimbo, you were a director on this movie, right? Why are you giving us this? I don't understand what our character was just doing. It was just there, flat. Toke tried. I mean, to a reasonable extent, you can say Toke is improving. But sometimes it's like Toke was just out of the movie. What's her name in the movie? Elion or whatever she was, Brenda, was playing the drug addict role. It was so, her character was so disconnected. As a person, she understood what her character meant. She could not deliver to the fullest because her character was so disconnected to the story. But I mean, she did portray whatever was given to her well, to an extent. The guy who played Zeribe, I can't remember his name right now, he also did, you know, well. His scenes were kind of, you know, interesting to watch. Chief was there, it was just flat. Every other person, the queen mothers in Lebanon, they were flat. Who else was in this movie? I don't even know, because I did not even see them. These were the people I saw. Oh, JD, Joselyn Dumas. I feel like this is one of the worst performance I've seen of Joselyn Dumas. She is a goddess when it comes to acting. I love seeing Joselyn Dumas in movies, and honestly, I was not pleased to see her in this movie because I'm like, whew, what is this? I think it was the directing that had so much problem. I don't know. It was just, this story was just bad. It was bad. It was very, very bad, guys. I don't know how else I want to say this. God. So the casting, yeah, I already spoke about it. Some of the characters were good. Some of them were below, they were like bottom barrel. What else? One thing they delivered on, the costume. Most of the costumes were good. Aside from Donna's, which I think could have been better. The luxury lifestyle, it was okay. It was really good. You know, they took us to cities, they took us to different locations. It was nice. The cinematography was excellent. Good camera angles, nice cameras, you know, quality. It was there. It was okay. But like, movies are supposed to tell good stories. They're supposed to be entertaining. They're supposed to be educating. There's no, do you know there's no moral story? Do you know? No moral lesson, nothing in this movie. It's just there. Because at the end, I'm like, okay. What now? Is this how it's gonna end? Guys, I'm rambling. I don't know why. I hate it when I have to ramble. It's because the movie is bad. This is it. This is what I'm going to tell you. The movie is not worth your time. Honestly, don't sit down for 2 hours because it's a 2-hour movie. I feel like this movie could have lasted for like 5 hours and it would make sense because they had to cut. It's like there's an old script, and it's supposed to be like 5 hours, or like a you know, maybe like a limited series or something, and they're like, oh, we don't have budget for that, and then they just cut. They're like, you know, this scene come, because there were so many disjointed scenes. Now let me talk about the scenes that annoyed me the most. Number one was that scene with Toke Makinwa and her husband, when her husband caught her that she was, you know, cheating, and you know, she was a sex worker and everything. She was in a fashion store. The husband came, he was holding a machete, he wanted to go and attack whoever, you know, she was sleeping with in the room, you know, in her office. And then they just started going inaudible, like, what's going on? I don't get it. What are you giving me? It was so stupid. I was so angry at with that scene. Another scene that was like, okay, the scene where Joselyn Dumas saw her son. Oh, she was looking for Alex, the guy she was sleeping with, and then she went to her son's room, and then that was just all we had. And the next scene was she was crying on the floor. Donna came with Taymesan, and they were like, oh, we have a delivery to make for a guy. And the next thing we see that is Alex is dead. Like, okay, how did she kill Alex? What happened? You would just assume as an individual that, okay, Alex was abusing a son, because that's the only thing we could get from it. The scene where Sharon Ooja's siblings, I don't know, they just came from God knows where, and the other time say, sister, I want to do jump, me, I want to do junior WAEC, my mates are in school. Was that the scene with Bimbo? Also, they were so cringy, guys. Bimbo came in for a cameo for like 2 scenes, and both scenes, those I don't know, like cameo appearances sometimes they just hurt. They like, oh, they give me the worst feelings. I cannot even, like, you guys know I always talk about these things, like every time when you give cameo appearances, they should come and they should stick. Our own cameo appearances just came, and it was like dead ass, and she was just giving this stern face. She wasn't even giving rich auntie vibe. She was just like, guys, there were so many disjointed scenes. The scene where Elle was getting drunk and smoking at Toke Makinwa's baby daughter's party, and she was like, oh, she's pregnant, I'm like, this is a child's party, and somebody and the other is like, mommy, your friend is sick in the sitting room or something in that line. Whew. And then Elle dies, and her character just, like, she's so forgettable. Her character is super forgettable. That's how bad it was. And she was supposed to be like one of the top girls in the movie. And then at the end, we do not even know where Toke Makinwa went to. We just see that after that scene where her husband sees she was cheating, next scene is carrying the show and is going around and telling her that she must always be sending money to the abroad, and we don't see Toke again. What happened to her? What did the husband see? Who did he see? Because it felt like maybe I had seen somebody that he knows. Like, what exactly was going on? I do not get it. I don't. Guys, I've ranted so much and I'm so tired already. Let me just wrap this thing up here. So for the casting, I would give them like maybe a 3/10 or 4. Let's say a 4. The story is a 0. Cinematography, yes, like an 8. Costume was good. Directing was terrible. Oh, fashion was good. Let's say that costume, yeah, costume was good. Even Taymesan stood out for me when it came to fashion. I think the fashion was good. But and overall, the movie is like a 2.5, honestly, because it's like effort, because they put it out on Netflix. Else, movie, eh? That's it. That's all I can say. Anyways, guys, I've come to the end of this review. It's just even a review or a rant session, guys. That's all I can say about this. It was terrible. I can't even lie. I would not watch it again. I eased like 7 times while I was watching this movie. If you do not ease, you can endure Nigerians' problems. Honestly, guys, I have kata and I need to go. Bye, guys. Alright, guys, this is the end of my review. Bye, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. If you guys have anything to say about Glamour Girls, please drop it in the comment section. I would enjoy reading from you guys. because I feel like a lot of people have this same feeling about this movie. But I want to hear, because I put it out on my Instagram that I'm going to be dropping a review, and people were like, oh please trash that shit, and I'm like, I'm gonna drop my views, but don't worry, you're gonna agree with me, because yeah, we all have the same opinion about it. I am sure we do. But if you've not seen Glamour Girls and you want to, you know, go and confirm for yourself, feel free and come back and drop your comments on this video. If you have seen Glamour Girls, please tell me what you think about it. Bye guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.